Like many of you who have come here today, I am both a taxpayer and a parent, and I am extremely concerned about the use of Common Core in our schools. In short, I found the math not only to be impractical, but filled with useless and utter nonsense. At the most basic level, simple addition is no longer simple. Instead of adding the ones and carrying the tens, my children are now being taught cumbersome and confusing grouping methods that require them to group the tens first and then work backwards. What used to be a very efficient and simple two-step process is now a crazy 10-step monstrosity. And some equations can even require almost 100 steps to complete. And if students don't show all of their work, it is marked wrong. Last year, instead of moving on to multiplication, my second graders spent an entire year going backwards, specifically so that they could relearn how to add and subtract via Common Core. The methods were so bizarre and ridiculous, the teachers had to send home instruction sheets. Instruction sheets so parents of second graders can help their children add and subtract? That's absurd. In second grade math is just the tip of the iceberg. Among many things, my older child's homework revealed that Common Core has no emphasis on memorizing multiplication tables. It does not use standard algorithms. And as other parents I have spoken with have confirmed, it does not promote calculating your answers correctly. Not only are best guesses and estimations acceptable, but apparently, as long as a child can explain just the thought process of how he or she determined that 2 times 2 really does equal 7, then it's fine. If these new standards are rigorous, that is certainly not the word I would use to describe them. The time-consuming useless strategies of Common Core have absolutely no practical application in the real world. No one is ever going to draw a 9-box array and take over a dozen steps in 20 minutes just to figure out how much to leave for a tip or anything else. Buying groceries, making change for $1, balancing a checkbook. Everyday life requires us to have the ability to quickly and accurately add, subtract, and count money. So tell me, how would guessing or using complicated 45-minute processes work for any one of you? This is not going to prepare my children for college, and it's certainly not going to prepare them for life. Common Core is a total travesty of our children's education. Contrary to some of the misinformation being circulated, the true facts are it is an unproven and untested experiment, and our children should not be used as its guinea pigs. Details about my children and our family, tracking it through a national data system. This is unacceptable. It is disturbing, and it is a complete violation of our privacy. The oversight and control of our schools is always meant to be placed in the hands of the local taxpayers who fund them and the parents of those children who attend them. Parents should have the strongest voice in their children's education, not bureaucrats. And Georgia's education system should be accountable to Georgia parents and Georgia taxpayers, not Washington, D.C. And so, as a mom, I feel compelled to remind our school boards, our state senators, and our governor that you are all servants of the people. You are not only expected to honestly represent those you serve, but you're obligated to be responsible stewards of our money and make just decisions in the best interest of our children and our future. These are not suggestions, they are your promises to the taxpayers who fund your salaries and trust you to keep those promises. You are sworn to represent our will, not disregard our voice. So please, Governor Deal, hear me loud and clear. We do not want Common Core in our schools. Not only is it destroying the achievement standards of our students, dumbing down our entire education system. But in its wake, it's leaving our budgets destroyed, our schools non-transparent, our privacy violated, and our children frustrated and confused. It's imperative that we remove Common Core from our schools immediately. And as both a taxpayer and a mom, Governor Deal, I strongly encourage you to do so.